Very good. Yeah. I got asked by 3 people to go golf course and turned all 3 of them down, yeah. And then but I wanted to just take care of second yard. Grandson came over, we watched the master together. Yeah, yep, he got into everything and I just watched. Let him tear it apart, I don't care, just stay away from the bird. He did grab a beer and it was unopened, right? And he was acting like he was drinking. And his mom was just laughing. That's what. I was like, oh no, you started early. Yeah. We love the hug. I'm sorry. This is not staying in my. I don't want anybody to. Yeah, because they were gonna. Yeah. Yeah, so the front drive is. Oh my God. Okay. No, I still just. Okay, good deal. And doesn't create. What that is not shut it over. Yeah. So. Just I'm just happy to be alive. It's a good place to be. He said he might. Great, that's your default. All right, April 15th, 2024 at 5:45 p.m. We're going to call this Finance Committee meeting to order. Present are council members Cost, Chute, Hauser, Marmy, and we have Dustin sitting in for Lang. So first item is that we have the unappropriated balances at $767,169. And the budget stabilization is at $1,651,498. First item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $39,974.03. Orange Hill improvements.
The first one, there's 2 of them here. The first one came from Licking County government. It was their share of the irrigation system on the square. We expanded the sprinkler system on the square, and I got the county commissioner's commitment to split the cost of it with us before we did it. The total price of that was somewhere around 64,000, something like that. 64,000. And the commissioners are just paying us their share. So, yeah, and then the second part of that came from the Licking County Foundation. We've got an account set up there for the Orange Hill downhill. So we raised money because Licking County Foundation, we did some work there. The city paid for the bill, and this is also reimbursement.
Okay, I have a motion by Hauser, second by Cost. Further questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of sending this on full council signify by saying aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Thank you, Director.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $225,000.
Good evening. So this is ARP money. It was originally allocated for lead service line replacements, and as you're well aware, we've been getting some of the lead service line funding from Ohio EPA and WDA through those low interest loans or no interest loans. So we're going to be unencumbering this $225,000 and re-encumbering it for the spillway project at the Horns Hill and Waterworks Road roundabout. So this is an ODNR project that we're bidding in coordination with one of the engineers roundabout projects. So hopefully we get some better bids than if we do it separately. So.
Very good.
Offer motion.
Motion by Hauser, second by Cost. Any questions and or discussion? And I understand the bridge project is been backed up to a date to be
With
determined,
my understanding, I can let Brian.
just because that's all was gonna happen at the same time.
Next year.
Yeah, so, which is good news for those, out in that area, because that would have shut it down for quite a while. This is a good project, thank you. Any additional questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, send us on the full council, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Let the record know that Councilman Lang is now, in, and so he will be coming back in for, Councilman Neely. So, next item on the agenda is a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Newark and Newark Development Partners to prepare and submit an application to the Ohio History Connection State Historic Preservation Office 2024 Certified Local Government Grant. And this is one that Barbara.
Nothing more than that, it's just a resolution, seeking to be able to prepare and submit an application.
Motion. Motion by Lang, second by Hauser. What this is, you can apply for a grant, due to historic nature and preservation. Now you have a lot of hoops to jump through and everything else. For example, you can't replace it with the new windows. You have to have everything going back to authenticity. So, but it is very beneficial for our downtown area for things that certain buildings that we are restoring to original type. And as a matter of fact, this grant came about and it's going to be done quickly. She is asking for to be expedited, so we will expedite it at the next council meeting also. It is something that could be very beneficial for our downtown area. So, yes.
Is this relating to the arcade at all, or is it completely?
Yes, so it can be used for any of that type of stuff, but yeah, the arcade is probably the primary focus because that is what we're restoring as much as possible back to the original.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So very good. Any additional questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, send us on the full council, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
That motion passes 5-0. Thank you. With that, this finance committee meeting stands adjourned. Next up is service. She just didn't know.
That's what you get.
Anytime I took. Wait, what? Well, six. Yeah. David. I'm just saying. You're just.
I don't know why you're doing that. Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean,
All right, we'll call the service committee meeting to order. Those present, myself, Brad, Feely, Collis, Blind, and Shoot. Up first, ordinance 24-15, an ordinance changing the zoning classification of certain real property generally described as 417 Garfield Avenue, City of Newark, Licking County, Ohio. Parcel tax ID number 054-196872-00.000 from that of single family residence, RH, high density district to TFR, two family residence district, zoning code of the City of Newark, Ohio.
Yes, sir. This is a request that came in from the property owner there, just request to change zoning from single family, residence district to a two family residence district. I believe he, wishes to convert the house to be able to have, to fit in the two family residence district.
First, we know this will be passed to council, then referred to the planning commission, and they come back with a recommendation.
Correct.
Any questions from the committee? Questions or comments from the audience? Any motion? Motion by Klein. Taking a second. Seconded by Shoot. Wrong guys. All in favor of passing this on to council, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. All passed 5-0. Sure. Up next, resolution 24-39. A resolution authorizing and directing the director of public service for the city of Newark, Ohio to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Heath and Licking County Transportation Improvement District for the phase 1 of Thornwood Drive Bay Road intersection improvements project. Yay.
Yes, sir. So this is intergovernmental agreement. City of Heath is on this. This will be the section of Thornwood Drive between the railroad tracks to the south, north up to Fay Drive, including Fay Drive intersection, and the east side of Thornwood Drive is in the city of Heath. So that's why City of Heath is included on this intergovernmental agreement. All this work and the administration of $4 million through the governor's Silicon Heartland funding is coming through the Licking County TID. So that's the reason why we've got an intergovernmental agreement to basically, the TID will be the overall management of the project. We will be doing a good portion of that with the TID, and City of Heath will actually not have a lot of involvement with the project at all, other than some of the work being done within the right of way that's currently in Heath there. So if there's any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer them. It's quite a convoluted and confusing way to spend money, but this is the way that's prescribed through the state of Ohio. And we wish to be able to use this $4 million in the most expedient manner that we can.
Did that cover the bottom?
We've got some preliminary cost estimates right now. Yes, we think it will.
Awesome. Questions from the committee? Motion by Shoot. Seconded by Blind.
One additional item I would ask, that both of these intergovernmental agreements be expedited and passed on the first reading. If there's no objection, it just help move the projects along.
Questions from the audience? Seeing none, all those in favor of passage on council, signify by, before I do that, you say expedite. We waive the first reading. Or they waive the second reading, not the emergency. All those in favor of passage on council, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That'll pass with a vote of 5-0.
Yeah.
Up next, resolution 22-40. A resolution authorizing and directing the directors of public service for the city of Newark, Ohio, to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Licking County Transportation Improvement District, the Board of County Commissioners of Licking County, and the city of Heath for construction of certain improvements for Thornwood Drive, known as Thornwood Drive project.
So this is a very similar, although it is a little more wide arching. This covers, we're actually in the beginning of the design for the rest of Thornwood from Fay Drive up to River Road. And this would cover that section of the project. When we originally started talking about some of the costs and some of the estimating that went into the project, of course, we're very early, but Newark, Heath, and Licking County Commissioners and the TID have developed this intergovernmental agreement. Basically, it would provide some additional funding over and above the federal funding that is there, and sort of the percentages that are allocated there in the agreement. But the county commissioners would provide an additional $1.5 million in funding. Up to $1.5 million. City of Heath would provide up to $750,000. City of Newark would provide up to $150,000. So we're calling this a backstop agreement. So after all the federal and state funding is used up, if there is additional local funding needed, this would be the agreement that would direct that.
Have you determined a path for Thornwood yet?
Not yet,
Okay.
not yet.
Okay. Any questions from the committee? Questions from the audience?
So yeah, this agreement wouldn't come into play for a couple of years, actually.
Under motion? Motion by Jude. Second by Blind. No questions or comments. All those in favor of passing this on to council as an expedited item, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Thank you. That will pass with a motion of 5-0.
Thank you.
With a vote of 5-0. At the discretion of the mayor, I've got a couple of amendments that are here. Are we discussing these now? No? Okay, service committee meeting will be adjourned. Next will be capital improvements.
She did a lot of research on, do as part of that too.
I'd like to call this meeting of the Capital Improvements Committee to order. Present are council members Rath, Marmy, Labutus, Neely, and myself, Chair. First for consideration is resolution number 24-35, a resolution authorizing and directing the Director of Public Service for the City of Newark, Ohio, to negotiate and enter into a lease purchase agreement without competitive bidding with Park National Bank for the lease purchase of 2 vehicles. Director Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. These will be replacement trucks. The trucks we're replacing are within the street department, and we're buying the trucks locally.
Any questions? Thank you. Councilman Marmy?
Are we doing hand-me-down or are we gonna send these to the auction?
We'll probably send these to the auction.
Okay.
We will check with the other departments. Generally, they go to the Parks Department if they need,
Right.
if they need them. That's where they go.
Any other questions?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Rath, second by Lewis. Any questions or comments? All those in favor of passing this on to full council, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? That passes 5-0.
Thank you.
With that, this meeting of the Capital Improvements Committee stands adjourned.
Yeah.
Set this off. Does he shut off?
Yeah.
Nothing like before, we decided.
No.
Yeah.